This is an introductory video to the MiniBOX for the purposes of the practical course of Experiment Physics 3, Optics and Imaging for Medical Photonics students. You were all given this box, and I'm going to show you what is inside and how to work with it. Also in the website you find the manuals that you follow to fulfill the requirements of the course. In the box there are 8 cubes and some other parts. Each cube holds some element, and we have here 2 mirrors, a sample holder, 4 lenses, and the Zstage. Now, some advice for several of these modules. The sample holder clamp might not be very stiff, so you might need to use a rubber band to help you hold the sample. This is completely fine, and we're aware of this bug, and it will be fixed in the next version. There are 4 lenses that you find in the box. 2 of them are the same, and they will be in red, and they have the focal length of 40 millimeters. Then in white you will find a 100 millimeter focal length lens, and in orange, or maybe in some cases purple, there is a negative 50 millimeters lens, which you will not use in the experiments within this course. Then the part that might be a little confusing for you is the Zstage. It can hold the objective in the microscope experiments. So the objective is kept in its housing where it's safe, and you just take it out and you place it in the Zstage. The Zstage has a ring inside that you can just slide out, and this ring will hold the objective. It doesn't have a lens on the front, so you don't have to be afraid of touching it because you will not damage any optics, and you simply press the objective in the ring. There is no threading, you just put it there by force. Then, with these 2 screws on it, you slide the objective into the Zstage. Like this. The sliding mechanism of the ring gives you a big range of focusing distance, and you might need to adjust it by hand before the experiment you do to put the objective in the expected position. For fine focusing, there is this wheel that can move the objective up and down, but the range of the lever that is moved by this wheel is very small. So for larger distances, you just move it by hand like this. So then we have here these puzzle pieces, which are our base plates, and you put them together just like puzzles to build any shape or size that you will need. The cubes then attach on them via these pins, so you just press everything together, and that's how it works. You can also build it in layer, so add another base plate on the cube and add more cubes on top, like this. In the manual you will always find schemes like this one that show you where to put which cube, which element, and how to build it together. Here you put some base plates, the mirrors, another layer of base plates, and following this you build the whole microscope. When the cube is in position according to the scheme, it's already pre-aligned, but you need to align it finely by shifting the insert inside the cube by hand. Make sure that when you put it in the correct position, the insert, that it's parallel to the 2 sides of the cube here and perpendicular to all the others. If you have it like this, or in some other strange orientation, your experiment is not going to work very well. So make sure they are all nicely aligned. Then the lenses are on the optical axis. You might see that there are 2 possible orientations how the inserts can be placed inside the cube. For some of the experiments you will need to change this, so you can just open the cube. They're just pressed together, so you just pull. And then you change the orientation of the insert, put it there the other way, and you close the cube again. Be careful, make sure that all the corners fit together and that the cube is nicely closed. And then just use it like this. Other things that you find in the box is this smartphone holder. So in the smartphone microscope, you just place this on top of 2 cubes, this way. And your smartphone will be looking through the system from the top. Be aware that all the phones are a little bit different, so you might need to remove the case from your phone to be able to get close enough to the lens. So like this, I might not be able to see. I remove the case and then my pupils match. It might also happen that you need to be further, so it's good to take some piece of paper or something to hold the phone a little higher. Okay, and then the last thing that you have in the box are 2 samples that you use in your experiments. There are some real samples, mostly parts of plants or some insects or animals, like a cat hair here. And this will be nice when you really take an image in the last experiment with your camera. But for the projector and for the alignment experiment, it's good to use the picture that's drawn on the slide or the text that is written there, because this will be easier to focus. And please don't forget to do the last part of the manual and to write in your report the feedback and the experience you had with the toolbox. And don't worry about breaking anything, because that's a part of the feedback as well. And if it's too easy to break, we need to update it for the next course to run. Have fun.